Well,
Hey, thanks for
somebody was asking about it, and I was expecting him to say, "Hey, Cagle was going to be," but he was like,
on Facebook.
"No, it was in person at the Friday night game, the last home game that we had." And he was like, "Yeah, we're still waiting on the board approval." I was like, "You're not going to say who it is?" Yeah, we're waiting on Scott Cagle to be approved.
Now I know it's mine.
Oh, I knew when you knew, because Chris Landis wanted it, and he's been up in the booth with me. And Chris finally said, "Yeah, I can't do it." And it was like the next day I went to Ugin because it was soccer sectional, and I went up to Ugin and I said, "So who's going to be the softball coach?" He goes, "Well, it's all the final, but it's going to be Scott Cagle." I was like, "All right."
And Chris would have been good.
Who?
Chris would have been good.
That's what I heard. Everybody said Chris would have been. I talked to him about it. And listening to that dude talk about baseball and softball, I was like, holy shit.
He calmed down. He was a head coach, man.
Oh, he used to be a jerk. Yeah, he said that.
He used to be in the fight.
Yeah. He said
Assistant
that.
coaches.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was like, I'm a hard coach.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I've heard about you.
But, I mean, he'd been a good fit. That's what I said. Someone said Chris Landis gets it. I said, I don't care if Chris gets it. You know what? I'm ready to change.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be next year, but it will change somewhat.
That's why I told you if you didn't take it, that I was probably going to put in for it. But I'm glad you took it because I'd rather
Katie
do
Apple's
this.
coming in Fridays and Saturdays.
Who's that?
Randy Apple's
Oh,
daughter.
yeah, okay.
She graduated from
I know who she is.
And she's just going to break down stuff, and she's all, I mean, I'm trying to get, I'm just trying to get everything. Thank you.
Yeah.
Providing you with the best in graphic design and screen printing locally. Make your next print done at A&A. Tonight's student athlete of the game, delivering the game ball to the referees and center court is Aubrey Stahl. Aubrey is the daughter of Brad and Amy Stahl, and she has three sisters, Renee, 14, and Miranda, brother Grant. Aubrey is 9 years old in the 4th grade at Maconaquah, where she earned honor roll status this past grading period, completing her basketball homework at our last camp. Her favorite subject in school is math. She enjoys coloring and watching TV. Her favorite movie is The Greatest Showman. Her future aspirations are to go to college, be a teacher. That's your student athlete of the game, Aubrey Stahl. Thanks to A&A Graphics for providing you with the best in graphic design and screen printing locally. Get your next print done at A&A. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this time please stand and move your heads as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Welcome to Maconaquah High School for tonight's game. Welcome to the home opener.
All right, good evening and welcome to tonight's game between the Blackford Bruins are traveling over to Maconaquah High School. Maconaquah over in Bunker Hill, Indiana, and right now the Bruins are being announced. The starters will be coming up here real soon. And the Bruins are being coached by Mitch Waters. It's his first year this year for Bruins girls basketball, and we appreciate him coming over here and giving everything he's got to the girls. He seems like he's really wanting to do well with the girls, and everything's starting to work out all right. Before we get started, though, I want to tell you that you're going to hear some sponsors this evening. Clear Choice Chiropractic is signed on to be a sponsor, and so has Foundation Building Materials. And you're going to hear them, hear a couple ads that we've got put together for them. They're all going to be live reads. Still working out the kinks, as you can see. Not going to have any video for this evening, so I missed a part that thought I didn't need to order. I thought it was going to come with the part to have the video, but it did not come. So the Bruins have just read off their starters. It looks like it's going to be Reagan Harding, Grace Simmons, Helen Weitzel, Gretchen Messersmith, and Sophia Winger. But as you hear those sponsors, please be sure to reach out to them and tell them thank you. One last sponsor is Aaron Henderson for Prosecutor. I told him that we would try to get him in, and I know that it's past the election, but we wish Aaron all the best of luck in his bid for Prosecutor of Blackford County, and wish him luck in getting that or running that race and giving it all he's got. But as you hear these sponsors, make sure you tell them all thank you. We appreciate them helping out. The equipment and the software is definitely not cheap. It's rather expensive, a lot more expensive than what I originally planned and originally thought. But make sure you're letting them know that you appreciate what they're doing. And also, don't hesitate or don't think that this is your way to watch the games without coming out and seeing a live game. If you're able and accessible to come to a game, we highly recommend that you do, because this is how this is how they keep these programs going. If we take it away by going online and showing video of it, then the revenue won't be there, and they won't be able to keep up watching these games. So, or they won't be able to buy new uniforms and things like that. So definitely come out to the games if you can. But if you can't, we appreciate you coming and watching via the Blackford Sports Network on YouTube. This is a new venture for me here. I am your host, Steve Hurd. This is a new venture as far as having this all in my name and working out the kinks, so bear with me. And we will be doing the same for the boys' games, and hopefully we'll have video for Friday night's game for the girls. And hopefully that'll be worked out by the time the game starts. As I said earlier, this is the Blackford Bruins versus the Maconaquah Braves. The Braves are in white with a light blue, baby blue numbering. The Bruins are in red with white lettering and numbering. And tip-off is about to begin, and the Bruins get the ball. The Helens got the ball behind midcourt, bringing it up just now, crossing half court. It looks like Maconaquah is playing a man defense, a man defense, a 3-2. And now they're trying to press Gretchen at the top of the key. She gives it out, and now the ball is going to be stolen by number 12 for the Braves, and that's 2 points for the Braves. Number 12, Lily Maple. And the Bruins, I missed what happened there, but now Maconaquah has the ball out on the edge. And they get the ball in just before the 5-second. Number 12 again, Maples, is fouled by Reagan Harding. And the bucket is good, and that's 4 points for Maconaquah early on. The foul on Reagan is her first foul of the game. And Maple does score first. And now the score 5-0, and the ball is, the inbound pass is not handled well, and now Maconaquah has the ball again, and a new 5 are coming in for the Bruins. On the court now, we've got J.C. Sones, Paige Maloney, Sissy Reed, Grace Marshall, and Erin Cagle. Coach Waters has been subbing in 5 and out 5 for the last 2 games, and a 3-point put up by number 23, Ashley Jess, and it is good. And it looks like Coach Waters has had enough. 8-0 here at Bunker Hill Maconaquah High School as Ashley Jess just drained a 3. Waters has had enough. He's over there talking, and while we're at it, we'll go ahead and get to our first sponsor. Again, is Aaron Henderson for prosecutor. It's a little late for you to vote for a prosecutor. I believe the polls closed at 7 o'clock or maybe 6 o'clock, and he's just waiting to get the results. But he also wanted you to let everyone know that he does have a law office that sits on the corner of Main Street and Richmond Street. And if you need an attorney for any reasons, family law or criminal law, to contact Aaron Henderson Law Office. And Sones, the Maconaquah, is running a full court press, and Paige Maloney had him beat. They tried to steal the ball, tipped it out of bounds. Erin Cagle now with the inbound pass, and it's going to be given to Paige Maloney. Paige at the top of the key, now driving towards the right side. She gets bumped, and that's going to be foul on number 12, I believe. It's going to send Paige Maloney to the free throw line, and it is number 12, picks up her first foul. That's Lily Maple. Maloney misses her first, and that's the first shot of the game right there, and Maloney misses it. Maloney does hit the second of her shots, and now the score 8-1, and it looks like Erin Cagle, the Bruins, are starting to do the full court press, and Erin Cagle picks up her first foul. And the Bruins still running what looks to be a 3-1-1 press. And number 23, Ashley Jess, is going to inbound the ball to Lily Maples. Maples bringing the ball up the court. And she gets by 2. Now the third Bruin of J.C. Sones, and she gives it out to the key, Wilson. Wilson down underneath to Moore. Moore takes the layup and misses the shot. And Erin Cagle now... I believe Erin Cagle is fouled. We'll see who the foul is on. And it is going to be on number 30, Monica Moore. J.C. Sones now taking the ball out at the baseline to Sissy Reed. Back to J.C. Sones. J.C. to Erin Cagle. The press is still on. Now we've got it out to J.C. Sones again, and Erin Cagle taking a 3, and she hits it off the rim, and nothing but a sea of white underneath. And this is going to be, looks like it's going to be out on Maconaquah, and it's going to go back to Blackford at the baseline. A very rough game today. Again, Maconaquah playing a 3-1-1 press. And Maloney now has the ball, gave it up to Aaron Cagle. Cagle to Sissy Reed. Sissy Reed throws one up at the backboard, misses. And it looks like we're going to have a foul, maybe Soanes. 34 red is Grace Marshall picking up her first foul. Now we have 3 team fouls on Blackford. Maconaquah bringing the ball up. Maloney with the steal, and nope, she mishandles the dribble. And now a foul called on Paige Maloney. And now that's going to be 4 fouls on the Bruins. Maloney's first, and Maloney's now going to come out, and Michaela Harold back in the game. Maconaquah has the ball at the top of the key after the inbound, and number 20 with a shot and misses it, and it's going to stay Maconaquah ball. Maconaquah down underneath and in the baseline, and they score 2 on an easy layup. And that was number 20, Alex Merritt. And now we're going to have a foul on number 12, Lily Maples. That's going to be her second foul. I'm going to give the Bruins the ball on the side. 3 fouls for the Braves, 4 team fouls for Maconaquah, or for the Bruins. And now Maloney back in, and Reed's coming out. Aaron Cagle going to bring the ball up. Maconaquah not pressing now. Letting the Bruins move up. And now we've got a foul on number 23, and that's going to be Ashley's first foul. Ashley Jess's first foul of the game. And now the teams are squared away at 4 fouls each. 10-1, the Maconaquah Braves are leading. J.C. Soane's going to take the ball out just short of midcourt on the Bruins side, and she gives it up to Aaron Cagle. Aaron Cagle starts to drive and passes it off to Paige Maloney. Paige Maloney puts up the shot and misses the rim, but hits the backboard, and now we've got another foul, and this one's probably going to go against Michaela Hare. Nope, Grace Marshall picks up her second foul of the game. 5:30 to go in the first quarter. And the Braves are bringing the ball up the court. And moving through. And a block by Grace Marshall. Number 23 at Jess tried to take a layup, and Grace Marshall just reached up and said, nope, not today. A nice block, all ball, and Jess falls to the ground. Inbound coming in from Maconaquah, and Aaron Cagle steals it. She's double teamed, and now that's and Michaela Harold. The court is a little confusing here. It's light colored on the inside with a little bit of dark here and there, and then the out of bounds is all dark with some blue stripes and lettering, and Michaela Harold drove it right out of bounds, and they got her called, and now Maconaquah puts up a layup and misses, gets their own rebound, and now they're moving the ball on the outside, and number 34 puts up a 12-foot jumper and misses, but Alex Merritt gets the rebound, puts the layup right back for 2. Aaron Cagle now at the top of the key to Harold. Harold drives in, realizes she's guarded, double teamed, and now Maloney travels. The travel's called, and now the Bruins are subbing in 4. Gretchen Messersmith, Simmons, Harding, and Weitzel. Sophie Winger also. So they're subbing in 5 and bringing them all out, starting with a fresh new crew. A nice block or
tipped pass by Helen Weitzel, but the ball goes out of bounds, and the Braves get the ball on the side. They took the pass, and now Grace Simmons, jump ball, and this ball is going to stay with Maconaquah. Maconaquah again going to take it out on the, and it looks like we've got a timeout by the Braves. And with that, let's get to Foundation Building Materials, your building materials distributor for all your building material needs. From drywall, steel studs, and Armstrong ceiling tile and insulation, Foundation Building Material is founded on principle and built on purpose. Built on purpose. Contact Aaron Farrell today at 260-472-2181. The Bruins trailing by 11 with 4:22 left in the first period. Maconaquah on the side again, the far side of the court. Pass comes in to 23. Jess back to, and Grace Simmons breaks up that pass to number 20 down low to keep the easy layup out of there. And this is going to be given to the Bruins. And now Helen Weitzel slowly bringing the ball up the court. And it looks like now the Braves are back to man-to-man. Gretchen Messersmith with the ball, and Jess tries to steal, and it looks like it's going to be another jump ball called, and it's going to go back to the Bruins. Messersmith's going to bring the ball, inbound the ball, and Messersmith catches the ball out of bounds, which means it's going to go the other way, back to the Braves. Messersmith just looked like, what do you mean? She hit it out of bounds, but Messersmith caught the ball. Therefore, she's out of bounds, and the ball goes to the Braves. The Braves bringing the ball up, a little 10-foot jumper by Jess, and it's good. Another 2 points, 14-1. Reagan with the ball, now pitches it back out to Weitzel. Weitzel out to Winger, who is at the top of the key, and this is going to be a foul on Tara Wagner of the Braves. The pass was to Grace Simmons, and Wagner just pushed her and picked up the foul. That's 5 fouls each for the Bruins and the Braves. And now Messersmith inbounds it to Simmons. Simmons pivoting around, looking for somebody to pass to, and just standing there with the ball at her chest. Now she dribbles over to the left side. Helen with the fake. Reagan with the fake, and down low. Helen looks like she was going to give it up. Nope. And Simmons goes up for a nice 6-foot layup and gets fouled. Let's see who this one is on. Simmons is going to be at the line for 2. White number 20, and that's going to be Alex Merritt, her first foul, team 6. Simmons hits her first shot. The score now 14-2 in favor of the Braves. Simmons misses her second one, in and out. Reagan Harding with the rebound. She puts one up, rims it off, and it looks like we're going to have an over the back by Sophie Winger. And it is Sophie Winger with the foul. That's her first, team 6th. The inbound pass from the Braves. The Bruins are now with the press, and now they've got an easy bucket underneath. Nope, they pitch it back out. The 10-foot shot. And now we're back out to and number 30, Monica Moore, gets a hard foul, and she falls flat. The foul is going to be on number 20, Grace Simmons. That's her first of the game, team 7th. That puts the Maconaquah Braves in the bonus. And her first shot is no good. That's Monica Moore. And Haley Morris is now going to come in for Gretchen Messersmith. Moore's second shot is up, and it bounces a couple times, but it is good. 15-2 here with 2:53 left in the first period. Helen Weitzel bringing the ball up the court. Weitzel to Simmons. Simmons drives towards the lane, puts up a layup, doesn't even come close, hits the bottom of the backboard, and then she gets her own rebound, but puts one up, and now the score is 15-4. The Bruins still playing a 3-1-1 press, and a jumper by Jess, and it rings in and out. And now this rebound by Sophie Winger. Sophie back out to Grace Simmons, and Grace Simmons is going to bring the ball up the court. The Bruins have slowed down the way they bring the ball up the court, and this ball was going to be into the tall girl, Sophie Winger, but it just tips a little bit off her fingertips and out of bounds. Now the Braves ball. The Bruins still running the press. Maconaquah gets the ball in, and then they fumble the dribble. And now Winger picks up the steal and gives it off to Weitzel. Weitzel over to Grace Simmons. Simmons now at the top of the key to Haley Morris. Morris back to Weitzel. Weitzel to Simmons, and the ball is stolen by number 5. And number 15 picks it up. And she's going to get the bucket and the foul from Helen Weitzel. And it is number 10, Helen Weitzel, picking up her first foul. That's the team's 8th foul just in the first period. And now Weitzel's coming out, and J.C. Soames is coming in. And she drains her shot and makes it 18-4. And J.C. Soames throws up a Hail Mary, and it bounces off the backboard. The pass from Maconaquah tries to make a half-court fast break, but unable to. And now Reagan Harding is going to get fouled by number 34, and the bucket is good. So the score now, 34 is the foul. Josie Pike picks up her first foul, and Harding picks up 2 points, and with the chance to make it 3. And she misses her shot off the, and J.C. Soames gets the rebound, and she's going to be fouled by number 42, Atlanta Huckleby. That's going to be 8 fouls for the Braves, and now Blackford's going to be in bonus. With a minute 22 to go in the first period, J.C. Soames at the free throw line. A very aggressive game being played by both teams, and Soames puts up her first shot, and it's a miss. Soames with her second shot, and it's also off the back of the rim, but she goes and gets her own rebound, passes it out to Haley Morris. Haley Morris tries to give it to Reagan Harding, but a jump ball is called because Harding wasn't looking for the pass. She was headed towards the bottom of the key. A jump ball goes the way of Maconaquah. And they try to get one down low again, and the Braves now driving. Number 5 is Simmons down low. She hits one off the rim, doesn't make it. 42 gets the rebound. She doesn't, misses. Number 20 gets the rebound and puts a shot up, misses, but gets fouled by Grace Simmons. That's Simmons' second foul of the game. And one more foul, and the Braves are going to be in double bonus. Merritt's first free throw is good, and the score now 19-6. Her second one rings off the backside of the glass, and Reagan Harding picks up the rebound, hands it off to Grace Simmons. Grace Simmons bringing it up to half court. Now to Haley Morris. Morris shoots a jumper from the 3 line and misses. Reagan Harding gets the rebound, passes it out to J.C. Sones, and J.C. Sones puts in an easy 2-pointer from about 6 foot. And now we're going to have a carry by Maconaquah. And Maloney's coming in for Harding, and Grace Simmons is going to be putting the ball in right at about midcourt. And she gets it into Sophie Winger. Sophie Winger down to J.C. Sohn. J.C. Sohn backs up and pops another jumper for 2 points. The Bruins still playing a press, even though it's not really worked. And now they're going to get the ball back off of a turnover, and Haley Morris is going to travel, trying to get the ball passed. And has to hold on to it because she's getting ready to get the ball taken from her. And now Gretchen Messersmith is going to come in for Haley Morris. A tough game, really aggressive by both teams. 20.7 left to go, 19-10, and that pass is no good. And Grace Simmons is going to make an easy layup to make the score 19-12. And the Bruins still playing the press, and they get the ball down low, and they're going to score. Maconaquah scores 2 off of an easy layup, and Simmons throws up a half-court Hail Mary and is unsuccessful. And that last shot by Maconaquah was by Alex Merritt. The score at the end of the second period, 21, the Braves with 21, the Bruins with 12. And with that, let's go ahead and have a listen to our last sponsor here. Again, I don't have the recordings. I'm hoping to get all of that squared away later. But if you're suffering from neck or back pain or joint pain, Clear Choice Chiropractic can help. From neck pain, migraine, stress, or a colicky baby, Clear Choice Chiropractic has the tools necessary to help you live pain-free. Call Dr. Malia Robertson today at 765-348-5244 and schedule an appointment. Don't live another day in pain. Call now at 765-348-5244. That's Clear Choice Chiropractic, and believe me, they did a lot for me before my surgery. They prolonged the surgical process, and I greatly appreciate everything Dr. Malia Robertson did for me. And we're getting ready to start the second period here. J.C. Soons inbounds the ball to Grace Simmons. Sophie Winger down low. Gretchen Messersmith also in, and Maloney drains a 3 from the right side of the court. And now the Bruins back to playing a press, and Messersmith almost has a steal, and the Braves are moving the ball really well. And they're down low, and the shot is blocked by Messersmith. And the ball taken by Sones. Sones to Simmons. Simmons brings it up to 3-court, and here comes Paige Maloney with another one, but she misses. And now J.C. Sones looks like she's going to get fouled by Merritt. Merritt's picking up her second foul. 32. Oh, no, it's not Merritt. That's Huckleby. Well, they're calling it Huckleby. 42. Sones now shooting 2. Nope, she's shooting 1 and 1. And she drains the first one. Aaron Cagle now in for Grace Simmons. Sones now with her second of 2 shots. And she misses that second one. It bounces off, and the Braves pick up the rebound. The Braves moving it up slow as Blackford's no longer in the press. And they're going to call the carry on number 23, Ashley Jess. And now Messersmith throws one away that was meant for J.C. Sones, but Sones unable to make a play on it and has to let it go. And this is a drive, and the Maconaquah scores an easy 2. I believe that was number 3, Avery Miller, scores an easy 2. Now Cagle brings the ball up at the top of the key. Messersmith drives in for an easy 10-foot jumper. Sones with the rebound and puts it right back in for 2. The Bruins now trailing by 5 with 6:33 left in the first period. And the pass, a long pass by the Maconaquah, and is tipped away by Sophie Winger. Now Helen Weitzel coming in for Messersmith. The Braves going to inbound the ball. The 5 seconds coming close, and they get the ball in. Pitches it back out to the top of the key. Moving around the top of the key. Now they've got Jess down low, and she puts in an easy jumper, misses it, and we've got another jump ball, which will go Maconaquah's way. And the inbound pass, number 20 takes the shot, rebound by number 42, Huckleby. Huckleby puts it right back up for 2. Now, Cagle will bring it up the ball, now passing midcourt. Maloney now with the ball, driving in. She gets the ball tipped. She passes it out to Cagle. Cagle with a jumper at the baseline for 2. And now Maconaquah, the Bruins tried to press, and Maconaquah able to get it through. And the Bruins are doing a really good job of playing defense here, but they just can't get a rebound. And the Maconaquah is unable to really hit a shot. And now Maloney has the ball, and we've got a timeout. A good call by Coach Waters, as it looked like Maloney may have traveled there, picking up her dribble. But he gets the 30-second timeout call, and with that, we'll go back to Aaron Henderson Law Offices. If you need a lawyer for any criminal, family law, or anything like that, make sure you give Aaron Henderson Law Office a call. .5:29 left to go in the second period. 25 for Maconaquah, 20 for the Bruins. And we've got 9 fouls each, getting ready to move into double bonus with 5:30 to go. For halftime, I'll probably read a couple more ad reads, and then we're going to take it to a break so I can go get a splash of water. And we'll be back to start the third quarter. The Bruins inbounding to Aaron Cagle. Cagle bringing the ball up, driving down low, and she puts up a layup and misses. A rebound by Maconaquah, but Cagle slapping the ball out, and now it's out of bounds, and the Braves are, again, trying to inbound the ball. The Bruins are playing tough defense, a nice press, and now we're going to have three substitutes. Grace Marshall, Reagan Harding, and Grace Simmons coming in. Maloney's coming out, Winger's coming out, and Cagle's coming out. The Bruins playing an absolute full court press, all 5 of each team, and this one's going to be short, but J.C. Sones was turning her back, and Jess is bringing the ball up, and she hits 2 and is fouled. fouled by J.C. Sones, I'm pretty sure. Yep, J.C. Sones. That's her first foul of the game. Team 10th, and now the Bruins are in double bonus. The shot was good by Lily Maple. She scores her 6th point and adds a 7th. And the score now 28-20 as Helen Weitzel brought the ball up, gives it off to Grace Marshall. Marshall gives it off to J.C. Sones, and J.C. Sones drives into about the free throw line, jumps to shoot, but brings the ball back down, and the travel is called. The Braves will get the ball out of bounds at the baseline. They turn the ball in, and this one is press easily broken. Alex Merritt scores another 2 for the Braves, and now it's 30-20. Helen Weitzel now bringing the ball up the court. She's at about midcourt. She hands it off to Grace Marshall, and Grace Marshall isn't able to handle it. And now Paige Maloney's coming back in for Reagan Harding. The Braves moving the ball, even though the Bruins are full court pressing. Number 15 takes the ball in, rebound by number 20, Alex Merritt again with her 10th point. Helen Weitzel now kicks it back out to the 3 for Paige Maloney. Paige Maloney hits it off the rim, and it's going to be out of bounds. Swingers coming back in for Grace Marshall. The Bruins trail by 12, 32-20, with 4:18 left in the second quarter. Again, the Bruins full court pressing, and J.C. Sones lays out for the ball. And Maples drives right around Grace Simmons for 2 points. Simmons now driving hard to the basket. And I believe she's going to pick up the blocking foul. She tries to put the layup in. She gets 2 free shots, and 42 picks up her 3rd foul in the first half. She looked like she had herself set, not sure what's going on, and Simmons misses her first shot. Simmons' second shot falls in after it bounces high in the air and comes back down and in the basket. And then the Braves are really working this full court press, getting a runner, a fast breakdown in, and I'm not sure why, but 42 picks up her 4th foul. But the board is only calling that her 2nd foul, so apparently I have missed something somewhere. Now the Bruins pick up the ball, and both teams are in double bonus. Winger kicks it off to Simmons. Simmons down on the baseline to Maloney, and Maloney clotheslines Maple, and Maple just keeps dribbling around, no call. A nice screen by number 34, and it looks like we're going to have a foul. 2 shots, double bonus by Grace Marshall. Grace Marshall picking up, or I'm sorry, not Grace Marshall, Grace Simmons picking up her 3rd foul. Maple now at the free throw line. And she misses her first. And I missed 2 points somewhere. Score 34-21, and Grace Simmons is coming out, and Erin Cagle's coming in. Maple's shot is up, and it's good. Cagle now bringing the ball up the court, and she's going to bounce it off of her feet after having a hand in her face, and she's going to turn the ball over to the Braves. The Braves inbound the ball, and they give it. And this is going to be a foul, I believe, on J.C. Sones. Yep, J.C. Sones now picking up her second foul of the game, and Reagan Harding looking like she's going to come in. Maple's first shot is good. And Harding coming in for Sones. The score 36-21 with 3:24 left in the first half. Maple's second shot is good. And the Bruins struggling to inbound the ball. Maconaquah steals it, but it goes out of bounds. Paige Maloney's going to inbound the ball over to Sophie Winger. Sophie Winger to Aaron Cagle. Cagle to Weitzel. Weitzel across the midcourt to Harding. Harding to Winger, and Winger travels as she puts up the layup. And the Bruins not necessarily playing. Yep, they are playing. I thought Coach Waters was wanting to not press anymore, and now a double dribble by Maconaquah as they try to get in a hurry to bring the ball up the court. Ball is going to be inbound on the near side now by the Bruins. Looks like nobody knows that it's Bruin the ball except for Maconaquah. Cagle inbounds the ball to struggling here, Sophie Winger. Sophie Winger back to Cagle. Cagle now bringing it up with a double team. Needing help, but nobody there, and she gives it up to Helen Weitzel. Weitzel back out to Cagle. Cagle over to Winger. Winger at the top, and she puts in a jumper for two. That's Sophie's first two of the game, I believe. And nice give and go by the Braves, and now Reagan Harding is going to pick up her second foul of the game. No, they're giving that one to Paige Maloney. Paige Maloney is going to pick up her second foul of the game, and now Maple is back to the free throw line. First shot just misses. Monica Moore now coming in for Josie Pike for the Braves. Maple's second shot is up, and it is good. Maloney inbounds to Cagle. Cagle now bringing the ball up the court, and she gives it off over the top, over the half court to Weitzel. Weitzel struggling to get the ball moved. And Cagle now running underneath the baseline, passing it back out to the top to Weitzel. Weitzel back to Cagle. And Cagle gets a hand to the arm and gets the ball stolen from her by Moore. And Moore passes it off. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Blackford. And now Michaela Harold's going to be coming in. Harold coming in for Winger now. The Braves taking the ball out at the bottom of the key. And they get the ball into Maple. Maple with a long airing three. Misses off the back of the rim. And now we've got another double dribble by Wagner. Michaela Harold going to inbound the ball from the far side to Reagan Harding. Harding to Weitzel. Weitzel stands there for a second and then turns and tries to shoot. Passes to Cagle, but gets the ball stolen from her by Maple, and Maple scores another easy bucket. Now Cagle bringing the ball up the court. Passes off to Harold. Harold to Cagle. Cagle to Reagan. And Reagan passes along across the court to Maloney and gets the ball stolen. And Cagle, instead of allowing Moore to drive for an easy bucket, she gets the foul and sends Moore to the free throw line. Moore's first shot is about 3 foot short of the goal. And the Bruins now going to bring in 4 fresh bodies. It looks like Sissy Reed, Alexa Hurd, J.C. Sones, and Gretchen Messersmith with 1:36 left in the half. Moore's second shot is up, and it's also going to be just short off the front of the rim. Michaela Harold with the rebound. Harold had, and they're going to get the carry on that one. Michaela Harold carried the ball as she was looking to pass. J.C. Sones was free and open, running towards the middle, down the middle of the field, or the court. And now Sones is going to get pick up her second foul, I believe. 22. Sones is picking up her third foul of the game. And that's going to send, I believe it's number 15, Maconaquah Wilson to the line. And it looks like we've got another substitution coming in. Madison Merkel. Merkel's going to come in for Sones. Wilson misses her first shot, hits the second one. Harold inbound to Messersmith. Messersmith slowly bringing the ball up, now starting to move a little quicker. Gets the ball taken from her by Wagner. Wagner with an easy layup for 2. The ball back in. Michaela Harold with a pass to Sissy Reed that gets stolen. And this one's tipped, and now they're going to... Maconaquah is going to kind of slow down the pace here a little bit, back out to the top of the key. And number 23, Jess, holds on to the ball for a minute. Guarded by Messersmith, gets around Messersmith, and now we've got a moving screen. Nope, no call. Jess back out with the ball, now out to Wilson. Wilson with Sissy Reed on her. She drives in for a layup and misses, and then number 30, Monica Moore with the rebound and gets fouled. We'll see who this foul is going to be on. Number 42, Michaela Harold, picking up her first foul of the game, sending Monica Moore back to the free throw line. And she hits her first shot. Score now 44-23 in favor of the Braves. Moore with her second of 2. That ball is up, and she swishes it in for 45. Alexa Hurd bringing the ball up the court, driving down, and gets the ball taken from her as she slips on the court. And the Bruins trying to trap, but not able to handle it, and this ball is going to go Maconaquah's way down at the baseline. It looked like maybe Messersmith tipped it out of bounds as they went for the pass down underneath. 21-7 left to go in the first half. Maconaquah struggling to inbound the ball, and Messersmith takes it. And now we're going to have a blocking foul on number 20, Alexa Merritt, and that's going to be her second foul of the game, which is going to send Messersmith to the line for 2. 19.3 to go in the first half. The Bruins trailing 45-23 to the Braves. Messersmith's first shot up and off of the back of the glass. Messersmith's second shot is off the front of the board, but she gets the rim, but she gets her own rebound, and looks like she's down. Looks like she might have twisted an ankle, came down on somebody's foot, and Hurd and Harold are going to help her off the court. They're going to carry her. That puts a bit of a smile on Messersmith's face. It looks like she's able to put weight on it. Score 45-23 23, 14.6 to go. It looks like Haley Morris is coming in for Messersmith. The trainer now looking at Messersmith, but it looks like she's going to be okay. Maybe just a small sprain. This is going to be Maconaquah ball due to the injury timeout. Only 14 seconds to play. Jess with the ball inbound on the other side of the court. And a nice give and go by Maconaquah. Jess back out to the top of the key. Pass down low, and this one's going to go off of Maconaquah. Nope, they're giving it to Maconaquah. Looks like it might have went off Merkel or Hurd. 4.8 to go in the first half. Ball given up to Castello. Castello bounces one off the rim, and that shot's blocked by Morris. Morris able to get a hand on it to keep the score 45-23 at half. And like I said, at the half, we're 45-23 in favor of Maconaquah. The Bruins struggling late in the first half here, but did a really good job to start the second quarter. And with that, let's go to one more of our sponsors here. Foundation Building Material is your building material supplier for all your building material needs. From drywall, steel studs to Armstrong ceiling tile and insulation, Foundation building material is founded on principle and built on purpose. Contact Aaron Farrell today at 260-472-2181. Are you suffering from neck, back, or joint pain? Clear Choice Chiropractic can help. From neck pain, migraine, stress, or a colicky baby, Clear Choice Chiropractic has the tools necessary to help you live pain-free. Call Dr. Malia Robertson today at 765-348-5244 and schedule an appointment. Don't live another day in pain. Call now at 765-348-5244. And with that, we're going to go for a short recess so that I can grab something to drink before the second half starts. And I apologize for the silence, but I have nothing else to give you guys. And we are working on that, so bear with us. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be right back with 8:55 left in the left at the halftime. All right, sorry about that, but here we are coming back with the second half. The Bruins trailing 45-23 to the Maconaquah Braves. The starting five for the Bruins: Simmons, Weitzel, Winger, Reagan Harding, and Messersmith. Simmons inbounds the ball to Weitzel. Weitzel at the top, picks up her dribble, and now has nobody to pass to. Passes it out to Grace Simmons as she runs towards the ball. Simmons to Harding on the lower right side of the key. And she puts up the shot, hits off the rim. Maconaquah picks it up, but dribbles the ball out of bounds. And now Messersmith down at the bottom at the baseline, and she gives it up to Maple. Maple with the fast break and scores 2. Now Simmons bringing the ball up the court to Reagan Harding. Harding now drives down to the baseline, gives it up to Simmons at the top of the, and Simmons puts up a layup for 2. And now Maple bringing the ball up top of the key, hands it off to Jess. Jess hands it off to number 15, which is Wilson, and Wilson travels and turns the ball over. And Soane's now coming in for Messersmith. Messersmith looks like she's not even got a limp after the injury there at the end of the half. And Simmons inbounds the ball up to Weitzel. Weitzel to Reagan. Reagan now down the low to Soanes, and Soanes gets blocked and gets the ball taken from her, but Winger steals it from her and gives it over to Soanes. Soanes back to Winger. Winger under the basket, misses the shot. Now the ball's back out to the top of the key, and Simmons takes a long three, and now the ball's missed, and now we've got a fast break, and Weitzel able to block the ball as it's being shot up, and we've got a jump ball between Winger and Maconaquah, and that ball is going to go back to the Bruins. Score 47-25 in favor of the Braves. And the Bruins now playing a press defense. And number 20 puts up an easy layup after that's Merritt and gets 2 more added to the score. Soane's now trying to bring the ball up, and she bounces it off of Jess's foot, and the ball goes out of bounds. Now Soane's going to inbound again. Every player is on this side, on the left side of the half-court line, and now Simmons almost had the ball taken away from her. Picks it up and gives it off to Weitzel. Weitzel now bringing it back to the top of the key and giving the pass, a nice chest pass down to J.C. Soanes. J.C. Soanes drives in for the layup, misses, and Winger with the rebound, and she throws one off the backside of the glass. Maconaquah ball. Inbound to Maconaquah. The Bruins now playing, looks like maybe a 1-2-2 zone defense. And it looks like Reagan Harding gets a shot block, gets the steal, and now we're going to have a and number 20, Merritt, picks up her 3rd foul of the game. The Bruins inbounding the ball to Winger. Winger now gives it up to Simmons. And Simmons tries a bounce pass, but it's stolen by Maconaquah. Maconaquah now bringing it up, and Weitzel had a steal, but Maconaquah recovers it. And now we've got number 12 driving to the basket, and she's going to score an easy 2. And Reagan Harding tries to contest it, but was unable. Now Simmons bringing the ball up the court, and now they're in 10-second trouble as they keep handing it back, and Weitzel holding on to it. Now we've got the 10-second call. The press working for Maconaquah as they were keeping the Bruins behind the 10-second line. and Maple there tries to a fancy layup as she drives down to the baseline. And now number 23, Jess, puts up an air ball. Simmons now with the ball, gives it off to Helen Weitzel. Weitzel on the move down. Now we've got it to J.C. Sones. Sones now pivoting, trying to find somebody to pass to. Weitzel now gets it. Weitzel to Simmons at the top of the key, and Simmons is fouled as she tries to take the shot from about the free throw line. And it looks like that one's going to go against Jess, and that's going to be her third foul of the game, or second foul of the game. Simmons now shooting a 1-and-1. Or no, they're called that a shot. So Simmons' first shot is good. And Paige Maloney coming in for Helen Weitzel. Simmons' second shot coming up. Shot is up, and it goes off the back of the rim, and now they're going to call it Maconaquah ball at the baseline. The score 51-26, as you can see on your screen. The inbound pass for Maconaquah. The ball brought over the half-court pass on the outside. A three by Maple is good.
12, Maple, 3.
That's her first three of the game. 54-26 now in favor of Maconaquah. Simmons at the top of the key. Now dishes off to Maloney. Maloney looking to go down low, but dishes it back to Simmons at the top of the key. Simmons over to Harding. Simmons now with a long three and doesn't hit the rim, but hits the glass, and Maconaquah gets the rebound. And again, a rough game going, and now we're going to have a jump ball between Sones and looks like Wilson, and that one's going to be in favor of the Bruins. Or no, that one's in favor. Yeah, that one is in. My possession arrow was wrong. It is in favor of the Lady Bruins. And Simmons bringing the ball up slowly just now at the half court. Dishes bounce pass over to Maloney. Maloney bounce pass to Reed. Back to Maloney. Maloney drives in, gives it off to Reed. Reed down low to Marshall. Marshall backs up Castello and turns around and shoots the 6-foot jumper and gets the foul. Castello's first foul of the game. Marshall at the free throw. Puts up her first shot, and it's good for one.
34, Grace Marshall.
Marshall's second shot is off the back of the rim, and Miss Maconaquah gets the rebound, brings it up to the court, and Maple's just going to take a drive on in, and she's going to pick up a charge. The shot is no good, even though she did make it. And it's not a charge. It is a foul on Castello, her second now.
44, Michaela Castello, her second.
And now Simmons bringing the ball up again slowly here with 3:18 to go in the third. Gets across midcourt, starts to move quicker, dishes off to Maloney. Maloney drives down low, throws up a Hail Mary, and doesn't even hit the net. Maconaquah gets the rebound, and now Maple at the three jukes a little bit and puts up a nice 10-footer. Gets Maconaquah on the rebound, and now another shot up, and Simmons gets the rebound. She's moving the ball up the court, and she's going to get the charge on that one. Maconaquah had and that's going to be her fourth foul of the game. Maconaquah had sat in the lane. I believe it was number 15. McKenna Wilson was just standing there in great position. And now a question about Erin Cagle being able to come in. And Cagle did not play any JV, but they thought that she had her 5-quarter maximum. And it looks like it's being resolved. And it looks like Dave Robertson, the scorekeeper, is the one who called the violation. But Miss Maconaquah now bringing it up. They're still working on getting it rectified. Maconaquah moving on the outside, and they're going to call another foul on Castello, her third within about 2 minutes of play. And the Bruins now get the ball. Cagle bringing the ball up the court, dishes it off to Maloney. Maloney back to Cagle. Cagle looking for J.C. Sones, but doesn't take it. And back to Maloney. Maloney with the three. Rebound by Grace Marshall. And Grace Marshall and Paige Maloney butt heads, and Maloney's holding her chin. And I believe we've got a timeout for that injury. And they're both saying they're good, and that was what the timeout was for. The score now 54-29 in favor of the Braves. Braves moving the ball up the court. Wagner with the ball now. And, and we're going to have a foul on Wagner. She got caught up underneath Maloney's legs and trips her up. And that's going to be the Braves' sixth foul of the third quarter. And now Cagle bringing the ball up slowly, just now at midcourt. She dishes down, bounce pass over to J.C. Sones. Sones dribbling, gets the ball tipped. She dishes it off to Sissy Reed. And Sissy Reed with a bad pass. And now I believe Grace Marshall is going to be called for a foul. Nope, Sissy Reed's going to be called with the foul. Her first of the game. Haley Morris now coming in for Sissy Reed. Now the Braves bringing the ball up, now passing midcourt. A nice move by Maple. She tries to dish one off of the Bruins. Out of bounds, and they'll take it off out of the baseline. And Maloney gets a nice block on Jess, but Jess gets the ball back and scores a nice easy 6-footer for 56-29. J.C. Sones driving in, misses the bucket, but Haley Morris gets the rebound and dishes it off to J.C. Sones, and J.C. Sones is going to get fouled, and we'll see who the foul is against. White 34 is Pike. Josie Pike picks up her second foul of the game, and the Bruins now in a 1-1 situation. Sones' first shot up, misses off the back of the rim. Sones' second shot bounces off the rim, and it's no good as well. Ooh. And J.C. Sones gets a screen put on her, and she doesn't see it, and she goes flying and picks up a foul. That's going to be her fourth foul of the game. And now Messersmith looking to come in to replace Sones. Maconaquah giving the ball up on this side of the court at about mid-court. Now they're at the top on the right side of the key. And now the ball, and they've got a triple team, but they go on the wrong side. Number 30 just finds an open lane for an easy two. And that's Monica Moore for the easy two, the easy layup with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's Messersmith with the ball, gives it out to Cagle. Cagle over to Maloney. Maloney tosses one up, and she misses. Rebound by Maconaquah. Maconaquah now down low, and Haley Morris is going to pick up a foul. That's going to be the 4th foul for the Bruins. I believe it's Morris. Let me just make sure. Yep. Haley Morris with the foul. Score 58-29 in favor of the Braves. Number 34, Josie Pike at the free throw line, shooting 2. First one banks off the glass for good. Second shot, no good. Rebound by Messersmith. Messersmith hands it off to Cagle. Cagle now looking back over. Nope, she goes to the other side to Paige Maloney. Maloney back out to Cagle at the top of the key. Cagle now looking, dribbling to the left side. She gets the carry. It looked more like a double dribble to me, but they call the carry either way. It's a turnover. Now Maloney's coming out, and Michaela Harold is coming in. .13 seconds to play in the third quarter. Maconaquah has the ball on the right side of the key. Now at the top of the key, and that's Jess. She stops, pops the little simple jumper, and now that's going to be a foul on Moore. Monica Moore picks up her second foul, and over the back on Erin Cagle as she was trying to get the rebound. Now Maconaquah is playing the press. The ball given into Grace Marshall. She just tosses it up, and that's going to end the third quarter, and we'll be back right after this. Make sure you're contacting Aaron Henderson Law Offices for all of your attorney needs. I know he does criminal law, family law, and so make sure you're giving Aaron Henderson a call for all your attorney needs. And also, we'd like to just wish him luck for his run for prosecutor of Blackford County. We appreciate his support here for the live stream, and we wish him all the best. Maconaquah getting the ball. Pass down low. Jess now passes outside to number 3, and they're only giving her 2 for that, and that's Avery Miller. Now Helen Weitzel bringing the ball across the midcourt, passes it over to Simmons. Simmons bounce pass back to Weitzel. Weitzel standing there with the ball at her chest. Now we're getting ready to move it out. Back over to Grace Simmons. Simmons fighting for possession of the ball and gets it taken away on a pass to Sophie Winger. The fast break by Maple, and the 2 points is good. And Simmons now back with the ball at the top of the key. Passes over to Sones. Sones drives in for about a 7-8 foot layup. And misses. Rebound gets hit out of bound by Bruins, so it's going to be Maconaquah ball. Maconaquah able to get the ball in, even though the Bruins look to be playing they are playing a zone now. I thought they were playing a man there for a second. And this long shot is no good by Jess. Rebound by Grace Simmons, and Grace Simmons is on a fast break with only Jess to and they trip over each other. No foul called. The ball back on the Maconaquah side, and it looked like Sophie Winger was traveling, and now she gives it over to Simmons again, and Simmons gets fouled by number 34, Josie Pike. That's going to be Pike's third foul of the game, and as I said before, the Bruins are in bonus with 8 fouls on Maconaquah. The Bruins have only committed 4 fouls this half, with 6:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Simmons' first shot, no good. And it looks like Maconaquah is going to bring in a whole new fresh set of players. 63-29 here with 6:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Simmons' second shot is up, and it's in and out, no good. Rebound Maconaquah, but Reagan Harding steals it, passes it down to Sophie Winger. Sophie Winger tries to bounce it in off the glass, but is unable to, and it's going to be a jump ball, and I believe it's going to go the way of Maconaquah. Nope, it's going to be Blackford. Sones inbounds to Weitzel. Weitzel over to Simmons. Simmons drives in, gives it out to Harding. Harding tries to get it down underneath to Winger, but Winger gets the ball taken. And pass tried to go down low for Maconaquah, but Reagan Harding comes in and steals it away, but then gets the ball taken back away, and it's going to be out on the baseline for Maconaquah. Maconaquah gets an inbound to drive down the baseline, and it's going to be a foul, I believe, on Helen Weitzel. It's going to send number 5, Tara Wagner. Yeah, number 10, Helen Weitzel picks up her second foul, and it is going to send Wagner to the free throw. Wagner's first shot is good. And that one's in and out. Rebound by Harding. Harding gives it up to Sones. Sones back over to Simmons, and Simmons brings the ball up to the top of the key, about the volleyball line. Looks, waits for the play to develop, gives it over to Sones. Sones back to Simmons. Simmons over to Weitzel. Weitzel tries the three, rebounded by Winger. Winger misses the easy 6-foot jumper, and that ball is going to go out of bounds on Blackford, and Maconaquah is going to take over on the near side of the court. And it looks like we've got another four coming in and 4 going out for Maconaquah. And I believe Coach Waters is calling for a full court press here. Yep, he's got not necessarily full court. They're trying to get the trap. And Simmons puts a tip on it, gets the ball back, and she's underneath the basket. And they're going to call a foul. Looks like number 5, Tara Wagner, picking up her third foul, which makes it 9 for the team. That sends Grace Simmons to the line for shooting 2. Simmons' first shot in and out, just misses, bounces around on the rim, but unable to go in. Simmons' second shot is up, and that one's going to be good. And now we've got a substitute, Michaela Harold, coming in for Helen Weitzel. Scores 64-30 in favor of the Braves with 5:35 left in the game. And now Maconaquah, the Bruins calling for the full court press, and Harding got stuck there. Had the ability. Winger gave it a tip on the inbound, and I think we're going to have number 4 on 44. Oh, no, they're going to call that one on Grace Simmons, and she's going to foul out of the game. And it looks like they're going to bring in Layla Pennington into the game. An inbound pass from Maconaquah is good. Pennington on the ball right now, and the ball gets bounced off of Maconaquah player. And they're just dribbling it around on the key. Now it's going to be tipped into another Maconaquah player. And Michaela Harold playing really solid, strong defense. And that ball is going to be kicked out of bounds by Maconaquah, I believe. And it's going to be Bruin ball. 5:03 left in the fourth, 64-30. Looks like Pennington's going to bring the ball up the court. Slowly bringing it up about midcourt. Now crossing. Pass off to Michaela Harold. Michaela Harold with a fake, moves in a couple feet, tries the shot, gets her own rebound. Back out to the far side of the key, and she passes a no-look pass over to Pennington, and it's a little off. Now Grace Marshall coming in for Sophie Winger. And Kleppinger coming in for Wagner on the Brave side. Inbound pass, and that's going to be an over and back by Maconaquah. Bruin ball now, near side of the court right here in front of me. I am set up right behind the announcer stand and the official scorekeepers. Pennington with the ball, gives it over at the top of the key, gives it over to Michaela Harold. Harold tries to drop it down into J.C. Soames. J.C. Soames fighting for a free throw style shot and gives it back out to Harold. Harold tries to drive it in with the shot and gets fouled once she gets her own rebound. And once the official comes over, White 44, and that is Castello. That is going to be her fourth foul of the game. And the Bruins now in a double bonus. And the Herald's first shot is no good. And Morris and Reed coming in. Harding and Soames coming out. Harold's second shot is up. Just hits off the front of the rim. She gets a real rebound. Puts it back out to the top of the key to Layla Pennington. Bruins moving around. Pennington over to Morris. Morris back to Pennington. Pennington drives in, stops, puts it back out to Sissy Reed. And we have an official timeout. Looks like Grace Marshall may have gotten a finger to the eye. Sophie Winger's coming in to check in. She checks in for Marshall. Michaela Harold now inbounding the ball down underneath to Sophie Winger. Sophie Winger just a little bit too far underneath. The rebound tipped out to Layla Pennington. Layla Pennington brings it back out to the top of the key, over to Haley Morris. Haley Morris not able to handle the ball. Back over to Pennington. Pennington now over to Harold. Harold back to Pennington. A lot of movement, a lot of positioning going on, and Sissy Reed drives in for a layup but is unable to get it. Winger gets the rebound, and Reed puts one back up. Now Reed getting another rebound, and that ball is going to go out of bounds off of her. Good job of fighting for the ball down there by Reed and Winger. Maconaquah inbounding the ball. Now a fast break. The ball is up, a layup, no good, comes off the rim, and Michaela Harold with the ball, and she's got a free open court, and she's driving all the way in for the layup, and she misses the layup. Rebound by Castello. Castello gives it up. Morris still trying to steal the ball. She gets a tip on the ball, and the ball's going to go out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to be white ball. And it is. Maconaquah inbounding the ball, a bounce pass out to the far side of the key. Now they're bringing it over to the top of the key. Now it looks like they're just moving the ball around. A drive into a way off layup. Ball comes back out to the top of the key, and the Bruins are doing a really good job of playing some defense. And it's going to be a jump ball, and this is going to go Maconaquah's way with 2:49 left in the fourth quarter. Marshall's now ready to come back in. Eye looks to be a little red and puffy, and Winger's coming back out. Maconaquah inbounds the ball on the right side of the court. Now driving into the far side. Back to the top of the key. Now on this side, picks up her dribble, and now Morris tips the ball out of her hands, but recovered again by Maconaquah. Maconaquah moving the ball around the outside of the three-point line. Now driving in for a little two-footer, and Grace Marshall with the block, picks up the block and hands it off, passes it over to Pennington. Pennington starts to drive in, but we've got a Maconaquah player down. An official timeout, and while we're taking an official timeout, let's go ahead and hear from one of our sponsors. Are you suffering from neck, back, or joint pain? Clear Choice Chiropractic can help. From neck pain, migraine, stress, or a colicky baby, Clear Choice Chiropractic has the tools necessary to help you live pain-free. Call Dr. Malia Robertson today at 348-765-348-5244 and schedule an appointment. Don't live another day in pain. Call now at 765-348-5244. Thank you again to Dr. Malia Robertson for her sponsorship and for her support of this program. The Bruins should get the ball out at about midcourt. And Haley Morris sitting there talking with the referee, big smile on her face. She inbounds the ball to Layla Pennington on the other side of the half court. Layla slowly bringing the ball up. 2:11 left to go in the fourth quarter. Pennington over to Harold. Harold now looking to drive in. Dribbles around, back out to Pennington. Pennington drives in, passes it over, bounce pass to Haley Morris. Haley Morris drives in, and it looks like we're going to get a 3-second violation on Haley Morris. The Braves inbounding the ball. Grace Simmons able to put a hand on it, but it bounces right back to a Maconaquah player. And they're passing the ball around, and it looks like it's going to get tipped there. And it looks like Grace Marshall started to take the ball away, but the ball gets away from her. Now Layla Pennington fights for it, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go Blackford's way. 1:39 to go, 64-30 in favor of the Maconaquah Braves. Haley Morris inbounds at the baseline into Layla Pennington. Pennington now slowly moving the ball up. Over across half court. Over to Michaela Harold. Michaela Harold drives in for a nice little jumper. Misses the shot, and now Sissy Reed's going to put up the rebound. And she's going to get fouled and go to the line for two. Reed's first shot is up, and it bounces off the rim and no good. Second shot's up, and it's good for one. Bruins now trailing by 33 as Maconaquah inbounds the ball. The Bruins are playing a full court press, and they've got a bit of a fast break moving and passing it back out to the top of the key as they were down on the baseline. They move out, and it looks like lane violation by Maconaquah. The Bruins get the ball back with 1:12. Morris into Pennington. Pennington again moving the ball up real slow. Pennington now picks up her dribble, passes over to Haley Morris. Morris looking down underneath, but decides to go back out to the top with Layla Pennington. Pennington drives over to the baseline, pitches it back out to Grace Marshall. Marshall at the free throw line, Gets the ball tipped away from her, picks up it again, starts dribbling around. Now we're back out to Haley Morris. Morris back out to Marshall. Marshall up to the top of the key. And a three by Michaela Harold is no good. That ball goes out of bounds off the Bruins with 35.1 to go. Maconaquah inbounds the ball, throws a long pass to Castello. Castello using her arm, travels though, and turns the ball over with 30.5 to go. Haley Morris is going to inbound the ball. Layla Pennington down there to receive it. And Pennington moving a little bit faster now across midcourt. Passes over to Harold. Harold looking to pass over to Morris. Morris now drives in, gives it off to Grace Marshall for a three, and it's no good. Rebound by Michaela Harold. Michaela Harold drives in, puts up a shot, bounces off the rim, and no good. Rebound Maconaquah. Maconaquah's got a drive. Pitches it back out. Castello puts it up, misses, but gets fouled by Grace Marshall, I believe. Nope, going to be fouled by Layla Pennington. That's her first of the game. 3.9 to play, 64-31, Castello at the line. Castello shot up, off the rim, and no good. Castello's second shot up, no good. Rebound, Maconaquah, put right back up by number 42, Atlanta Huckleby. And that's going to do it for tonight's game. The Bruins fall 66-31 to the Maconaquah Braves. And with that, we're going to talk, just to mention our other sponsors again. Don't forget to go see Aaron Henderson Law Offices. And again, we wish Aaron Henderson all the best in his run for prosecutor. And make sure you give Aaron Farrell a call at Foundation Building Materials for all your drywall, steel studs, insulation, and ceiling tiles. And I know that they do more. That is one of the that is the company that I now work for, is Foundation Building Material, and I do appreciate them as well sponsoring the broadcast here tonight. And as always, if you're having any neck, back, or any kind of pains that Clear Choice Chiropractic and Dr. Malia Robertson can handle, make sure you get over to see her. She did a lot of good for me, and I have not yet heard anybody who has had anything bad to say about her and the services that she provides.
Tonight it goes to number 20, Alex Merritt. She is receiving a T-shirt, medal, her name engraved.
And it looks like there's an award being given away to number 20, Alex Merritt. I'm not real sure what it's for, but it looks like there's a plaque, and it's got a bunch of names on different plates, so her name's probably going to go on that. It looks like it says Impact Player of the Game for today's game is going to Alex Merritt. And I would have to agree, looking at just the quick stats that I've got here, she definitely did a fantastic job tonight in curtailing the Bruins. And as I was saying before, make sure you give Dr. Malia Robertson a call at Clear Choice Chiropractic, because I can tell you with certainty that she did a lot for me. Over almost 2 years ago today, I went into Dr. Malia Robertson, and I had a severe back pain. And within just a couple of months, she had me able to walk and not limp anymore. And I would imagine just the stresses of the job that I was doing. Still had to have back surgery, but she definitely prolonged it and helped me out for as long as I could until I just couldn't handle it anymore, and it just kept getting worse. So thank you to Dr. Malia Robertson, and make sure you go in and have her take a look at you and help you out. I know that we go in as a family and get regular adjustments so to help us out. And with that, we're going to call this an evening. Again, we appreciate your support of the program. And thank you again for watching. And make sure you contact our sponsors and at least tell them thank you. Even if you don't use their services, make sure you let them know. If you see them out in town or anything like that, let them know that you appreciate them being able to allow us to bring this to you. And with that, we're going to end this live stream. And again, I appreciate you. And we'll see you on Friday, where the Bruins travel to Bluffton High School.